What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are backing in with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against a Duke, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle Discord, a link to my Discord will be in the description to all who are interested. And now before we get into this Wi-Fi battle, if you guys are enjoying my Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles and want to support my channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video as it keeps me inspired to make uploads for you guys, and it's much appreciated. Now me and Duke are having a PU battle, as he's looking like, he has a nice cool looking team with Ursaring, Magmortar, Lantern, pretty cool looking team, as I'm using a pretty fun team with, Regirock with Stealth Rocks, Fire EMZ, Rapidash, a pretty cool Gothitelle set, Scarfonter, a pretty cool Parasect set as well, and Nasty Plot Persian. So without further ado, let's just hop right into this battle, as it's a pretty good battle, not gonna lie. I think it's pretty good, and you guys are gonna like this battle a lot, in my opinion. So we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Duke. So I lead off with my Faceless, my Regirock, nice Fire Emblem reference to all who have played that game, as my opponent leads off with the Pissimian on Fire Emblem Fates Stiffy in particular, as I think Faceless are only from that game. Yeah, but yeah, he's gonna go for U-turn with Pissimian turn 1, as Faceless should be able to stomach any attack Pissimian wants to go for, even if he does go for Close Combat, which I figured he wouldn't since I have Haunter. So he just goes for U-turn, just so he can bring in a Sand Slash on my Regirock, which is a smart play because, he could just spin away my Stealth Rocks for the, Magmortar he has on his team. Hazards are a little inconvenient for him, which is definitely understandable. So here, I'm going to expect him to go for the Rapid Spin or the Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to bring in my WeedleTwineedle here. Now, the reason why I named this thing WeedleTwineedle, you'll see in just a moment, because this name will make a lot of sense once you see what this moveset is capable of. So he's going to lay up his entry hazards here, as I thought he was going to go for Rapid Spin, but now I go for the Mean Look, because you know how Gothitelle has access to the ability Shadow Tag? Well, that's banned by Smogon rules for good reason, because Shadow Tag is an absolute bullshit ability. But yeah, Mean Look pretty much accomplishes the same feat, by taking up a move slot. But whatever the case, the Sand Slash is trapped in here, and now I just go for Calm Mind because I am Calm Mind Gothitelle, and I can just, set up on this thing, implying he doesn't have knockoff or a way to hit me super effectively, or toxic. So those conditions have to be met if you want to use this set, or if they don't have, a way to switch out like U-turn and stuff. That could be annoying, but that Earthquake does nothing because I am max defense, max hit points. There's some EV spread along those lines, as I also have the competitive ability. So, if they went for Defog on me, I could just pivot into Defog and get +2 immediately, which is pretty handy. And then they just decide to sack off their Defogger normally, and then you could just freaking trap them with Mean Look. It's awesome, I love it. So we're going to set up Combines here. You guys see how the set's going. I do want to show you my set. I go for Recycle here because it's actually a speed tie between me and the Sand Slash, so it's mildly inconvenient. Maybe I should run some Speed EVs to speed creep, but I didn't think this would be an issue. But yeah, he actually knocks me into my Agua Berry. I do believe it's the berry I'm carrying, because I normally carry that berry as I have the most of them. Yeah, Agua Berry. And now I decided to speed this part up a lot because it's basically just rinse repeat until the Sand Slash. I decided, until I decide I want to knock out Sand Slash, because I want to get as many Calm Minds as possible just to make myself a big threat, because my opponent has no Dark types on his team, if I recall correctly. So I get to set up a bunch of Calm Minds and be pretty good to go, honestly. Like, I don't think my opponent has much to contest me, and if he does, it'll take him a few Pokemon to knock me out. I'm getting a little bit risky because he keeps alternating between Stone Edge and Earthquake just to knock me away from my Agua Berry range, which is a little bit of a concern for this moveset, honestly. This moveset isn't meant to be a very good moveset. It's just a fun way to use Gothitelle and make it, use like, its old self. So we left it 1 hit point there, which is pretty clutch, not gonna lie. But yeah, I figured I would live the attack there. I know it's like min-max rolls, but I'm done playing with those rolls here. I go for Psychic and finally knock out Sand Slash after that 10 to 20 turn wait between Mean Looking and Calm Minding. Like, it's not fun for the opponent when they're trapped in, but it's fun for you when you get a bunch of free Calm Minds. But here, he's gonna go for U-turn and bring me back down to my Agua Berry range because it's pretty handy. Being max hit points, max defense, it allows you to tank a lot of attacks, and Pissimian really can't touch me, as now he's just going to U-turn out into his Lantern. He might carry Toxic for me, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to go for that Psychic get, I think +5 at this point, and it actually doesn't do that much damage, so that tells me he's definitely a soft as Lantern, as now he's going to take the opportunity to try and go for Scald Burns on me. But even if he Scald Burns me, I'd rather be Scald Burned than, paralyzed, because at least if I'm burned, I have some consistent damage to break me down to my Agua Berry range, as opposed to, just being outside of range of it, which is a little inconvenient for this moveset. But yeah, Scald is bringing me down, but it's not doing too too much damage, and now I'm just going to go for Psychic and just bring him down a little bit more. Not quite knock him out, but that's fine. I do believe I decided to go for Calm Mind here because I want to get back up to my, great health so I don't get knocked out by U-turn. So I go for Calm Mind, hoping he knocks me into my Agua Berry again, and then I could just recycle because that's just how that works. And you're supposed to get a few kills. I mean, if you can sweep them, that's great, but I mean, sweeping them is a little too good to be true if your opponent is smart enough to play around it. So Scald is going to bring me right into my Agua Berry range, and we're, thankfully not able to get burned by Scald, which kind of sucks for my opponent. Being burned by Scald will allow him to knock me out a lot easier, but what can you do? It is 30%, so it's not like it's in his favor, like, Charge Beam. Now, Ice Beam is, he's one for the freeze, but he actually gets a crit instead, which is definitely what he needed, because this turn I do decide to go for Psychic, and now I am in range of the U-turn. So if he didn't crit me there, I would have been able to live and kill another Pokemon potentially, but I was kind of asking for it with this moveset, so I can't really complain, and he didn't even burn me with Scald, so I would have eventually died. It's just, being crit there kind of blows, but we still get a few kills with the Gattotell, so it's not a big deal. And down goes the Gattotell. I would have loved to use it a little bit more, but what can you do? Now he's going to U-turn into his Ursaring, get the Toxicroak, which is a very smart move because now he has his Quick Feet ability activated. Now I bring in my Faceless, my Regirock, as I should be able to just face tank close combat or Earthquake or whatever he has to hit me, as he actually decides to go for Swords Dance. That was not what I was expecting at all. Swords Dance was not what I was expecting, but I decided to light my rocks again because the Sand Slash is gone, so I may as well. And now I do have the counter for this Ursaring, but I don't want to lose my Regirock's HP stat because I kind of want to use counter on the Pissimian and not the Ursaring. So here I'm going to make a quite the aggressive play because this was pretty risky. I'm going to bring in my Haunter here, catch these hands, expecting close combat. Because I am a ghost type, as thankfully he actually goes for Earthquake, and since we are Haunter, we're actually able to be levitating, instead of Gengar, who has Cursed Body for some odd reason, but what can you do? Yeah, so Ursaring's gonna get hurt by poison some more, and now I'm gonna go straight for Stab Sludge Bomb. I am modest, I do believe, so he should be able to knock out Ursaring, but he just barely lives, and he's just gonna knock me out with a Crunch. So unfortunately, Catch These Hands is unable to do much in this game, but what can you do? And I think the Ursaring actually lives. And yeah, it lives at like 1 health, which kind of blows. But now I'm going to bring in my Summer Body here. Am I a Alolan Persian? And I am a Nasty Plot variant, so I'm not really going to be able to do that much in this game. I kind of want to try Nasty Plot Alolan Persian with Snarl because it does get access to Technician Snarl, which makes it, I believe, like 77 base power or like something like that. I'm not really good with math. I didn't actually calculate it, but I was just doing it off the top of my head. But yeah, he's going to bring in his Pissimian here, and I know he's Choice Scarf because every Pissimian's Choice Scarf. It's like the wannabe Primeape, but once it gets Defiant, it's going to like surpass Primeape and move tutors, but for now, it's just a wannabe Primeape. And close combat's going to easily knock out my Alolan Persian. Unfortunately, he has Choice Scarf, and there's not much I can do about that. So this thing is a huge threat to my team, and I have to work around this thing if I want to have a chance of winning. So I bring in my Faceless here, my Regirock, as I know I should be able to theoretically take a close combat because I am max defense and fish max hit points, so this close combat should just bounce off my body as we're able to stomach it, thankfully, with just barely 14 health, not too shabby, as now I'm able to retaliate with my counter, so I'm able to just slap this Pissimian right in the face, and this Melon Monkey is going to go down. So down goes Pissimian. I can't wait for it to get its hidden ability Defiant, but for some reason they just decided not to release Oranguru or Pissimian's hidden ability and Sun and Moon, which makes no sense, but whatever. I mean, it doesn't really make much sense because it's not like those Pokemon have much hype behind it. They just did it for like no reason at all. I don't know. But now I'm going to bring in my Amaterasu here, my Rapidash with the Black Flames. Going to take some Stealth Rock damage. I want to switch into Leaf Storm here, as we should be able to stomach the Leaf Storm unless he's like Choice Specs, Lurantis. And the Leaf Storm does do a lot, but we're able to tank it. He does get a crit there, which kind of shows he's not Choice Specs. And he does have leftovers here, so it does confirm that he's not choiced, which is a little bit of an unlucky crit, but what can you do? Now I do have the Z Crystal on this thing, like I said earlier, so I'm just going to click the Fire Z move here, as my opponent brings in Magmortar now. It's kind of annoying how he's been trying to save his Magmortar till the end, because I wanted to do something with Parasect this game. My Vital Spirit with Magmortar kind of makes it impossible to do anything with this Parasect set. But yeah, I'm actually going to go for my Z move here, as, like I mentioned, I do have the Fire Z move, and, Infernal Overdrive from, Rapidash's decent attack stat, I think it's like 190 base power or 200, I don't remember the exact base power, but it's going to do a lot to this Magmortar, and after Stealth Rocks, it actually dies because I do get a crit. Not too sure if it mattered, but I kind of mixed up for when he crit me, so whatever, what can you do? Now he's going to bring in his Lurantis. I did drill run as followed, unless he was Choice Scarf Magmortar, but if he was Choice Scarf Magmortar, then he would have had to have locked himself into Thunderbolt, and then I would have won with Parasect. So yeah. Now I bring in Sleeping on Me, my Parasect, because I want to use this Parasect for something, right? Because it's just Parasect, right? I want to use it. So we do dodge the, Leaf Storm, which doesn't matter because we do quad resist Leaf Storm, so that would have done like nothing. And Hidden Power Player still knocks me out, so it's not like the Leaf Storm really makes a difference. But here, I'm going to show I am Endure. Now, you guys should already know what's coming. If I'm running Endure, you already know I'm running my signature weakness policy. So he's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire onto me, and it's going to bring me down to 1 hit point. Unfortunately, Parasect does not get Swarm. It gets Dry Skin, which is pretty handy for switching into water type attacks and stuff like that. And I think it gets Effect Spore as its other ability. I could be wrong, but yeah, obviously Dry Skin is just better overall, because you can just switch into water type attacks pretty easily. Now I'm going to go for the Fell Stinger, because the idea is you agility, you get +2 from weakness policy, and then you get +3 from Fell Stinger. But no, Lurantis is too freaking bulky for me, and Hidden Power Fire knocks me out. So I'm like, wow, that gave me like crippling depression. That actually did not knock out the freaking Lurantis. So I couldn't even win the game with my Parasect. That is actually really sad. But now I'm going to bring in my Amaterasu here, my Rapidash. It is my last mon, I do believe. So this battle's actually coming pretty close. Yeah, no, actually I have 2 Pokemon left, my bad. I don't remember what the last one is because this battle happened like over a week ago. But yeah, I'm going to go for Flare Blitz here and knock out the Lurantis. And that is going to be the end of the battle. We're able to win with a 2-0 victory. So sorry for the subpar narration this time around. I kind of like didn't have this battle fresh in my mind, so I apologize for that. But what can you do? It was still a pretty fun battle against Duke. Got to use some pretty fun movesets, and I hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle. If you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle and want to support my channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it's much appreciated. And yeah, the question of the day is going to be, with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon right around the corner, I think it comes out in less than a month, which is crazy, man. What do you want to see the most from Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see like more Z moves. Like we already know more unique Z moves are confirmed, but do you want to see more unique Z moves? Do you want to see like more Mega Evolutions? Like, do you want to bring back Mega Evolution mechanics and add extras? Do you want to see them add more post-game content? Do you want them to add like a Battle Frontier? Do you want them to add like... There's a lot of options that they can go with. I really hope they make Ultra Sun and Moon, like Black and White 2, make an awful game. Like Black and White was arguably one of the worst games in the series. I make like Black and White 2, like arguably some of the best games in the series. I really hope they turn it around, because in my opinion, Sun and Moon has got to be the 2nd worst Pokemon game of all time. Like honestly, like I have not replayed it. I haven't replayed it. I don't even know half the areas. Like I don't, like the region is such a blur to me. Like if I were to replay it, I'd feel like I'd be playing it all over again. It's too much freaking dialogue that you just freaking press A and barely read it. That I really hope they improve like the flaws that Sun and Moon have, and I just really hope they just improve the post game in general. Obviously, I want to see more of everything I mentioned, like Mega Evolutions, Move Tutors. More Z moves would be cool as well. More Alolan forms, stuff like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you want to see from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and what you're looking forward to the most from the game. And of course, thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye!